What's good, y'all? It's your man Sight, and I'm back once again with another update, this time about the MPC Live 2. As you guys know, my last few videos have just been updates about it because I am going to be purchasing the Live 2, but it's also really exciting news for the community to kind of see where the innovation's going with these products. This one's pretty interesting because it does confirm that it is a speaker on the front of the MPC Live 2. It's actually a leaked video I was tagged in, thanks to my man Gideon Jackson in MPC Gang. I appreciate you. But I thought it was really interesting because as I went through the video, I noticed a couple discrepancies, not necessarily with any particular feature, but I did notice that the MPC is still using 2.7, which, as you know, is going to be replaced by the 2.8. So chances are this video might not see the light of day other than this leak. Because the new 2.8 is going to be released at the same time, or actually before the MPC Live 2 will be released, it's probably going to require an entirely new overview video. So this is pretty cool. We're kind of getting a little sneak peek a few days early, and I'm not going to show the whole video. I'm just going to show you guys a couple features that actually stuck out to me. So let's go ahead and pull it up on the screen and check it out. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pull it up here. So there we go. We got our confirmation, built-in monitors. So we're not going to watch the entire overview, as I said. Let's get to the part where he's talking about the monitors.
The first thing you'll see on MPC Live 2 is its built-in stereo monitors. You can hear everything from your 808s through to the clarity top end of your hi-hats with depth and stereo separation. You can turn the monitors on and off by using the switch located at the back of the hardware. MPC Live 2 also features an internal battery which delivers over 6 hours of power, so you can be completely portable with your productions. So when you combine this with the stereo monitors, you can really produce wherever inspiration strikes. We've also added a master volume knob directly to the MPC Live hardware, so you can control your master volume. MPC Live 2 features key function buttons to speed up your workflow, such as Notes Mode, Quantize, so you can now access the parameters and turn Quantize off and on. We can also turn on Automation,
so that's new.
Step Sequencer. We can go to our Grid Edit, Sampler, Sample Edit, and XY effects. You can also access Note Repeat, 16 levels, Mixer, Mutes, and so much more.
So this is a pretty good overview of the top. It looks like we've got our copy button was moved from down here to up here. Undo and copy were moved up here. Step sequencer, yeah, that's a new button. And time correct is a new button as well. So it looks like they just moved a couple up here, changed these, and let's see if Andy moves his hand over here. Let me mute the video. Okay, so, all right, so looking at my touch, it looks like this mute button is different. Oh, there's a mix button. Okay, so after main, let me see, there's one, shift, menu, main, and it looks like these three are new. So there's a next sequence, a mute button, and a mix button. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I mean, it looks like they just added a few more buttons. This whole row is exactly the same. They just, instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they added one more button here, moved a couple here. No big deal. I don't think that's gonna be a big difference. I mean, being that on the main screen, you can just hit the time correct button here anyway. So that's not a big deal. You know, and just turn it off. It takes 2 steps, so I guess that's a quick way to do it. I think in 2.8, that is gonna be a toggle where you can just, you know, hit that and turn it on and off. So yeah, it looks like they're using the 2.7 software. 2.8 would have pad perform down here, based on what we've seen already with the 2.8 preview. So I think that's interesting that they're using the 2.7 software on here. So yeah, there's a good chance this video might not come out. Maybe that's why it was leaked. They'll probably have to do a whole new overview with the 2.8. You figure if they're gonna drop this video at the same time that it comes out, and it's gonna have the 2.8 firmware, you know, the workflow is gonna be just a little bit different. You know, they want it to be as accurate as possible. So yeah, I don't really see this video actually getting officially released. So yeah, maybe they leaked it as a way to get some use out of the content. So let me just skim through and see if there's anything else that I missed. See the back part here. You got your MIDI ins, you got your CV gates here, which is new. So that's pretty cool. Everything else looks the same though. Your SD card, you know, your MIDI 1 and 2 in and out, 2 USB ports, and then you got your USB connector here for connecting to the computer. So there's the speaker on and off button. And I think that's crucial because obviously you're going to want to save battery if you have headphones and things like that. So yeah, that's cool. I'm glad they have a way to toggle it on and off. I was kind of speculating about that in the last video, and it's good to know that it's confirmed. So the record volume button is still down here. That's a little weird that you put the volume on top, the master volume, but your record volume is still down here. I don't know. It kind of, that's kind of, turning your record volume around from the back is just kind of silly, and it's lower. That's the other thing that's kind of weird. Like I'm on my touch now, and the record volume is near the top of the back, like it's right in here. So moving the record volume to the bottom of the back is, I don't know, it's kind of backwards, but which is interesting because we're gonna be able to multi-track record with the 2.8 update. And you know, basically record more than one track. So yeah, that's interesting. Let's see what else we got here. So everything else looks like stuff we already know. So I think he took care of the new stuff in the beginning. So yeah, everything else looks pretty much identical. It looks like they haven't changed up too much. So it's really just looking like the speaker and those few buttons. So as you guys can see, it's actually confirmed. The volume knob is moved to the top. The speakers, they're calling them monitors, studio monitors. It's kind of a stretch, but I do think it's kind of a cool feature. As I said in the last video, I'm a little bit concerned about the durability over time, but I mean, when I started thinking about it more, we do beat on these things pretty rough and they last for years. So maybe it's kind of compartmentalized and the speaker's not a big deal. As far as vibrations and things like that, I might be overreacting. But I think it's cool that we have an option to turn it off. As you can see, there's a switch in the back. I think that's a really awesome feature. I do have a little bit of a concern as far as liquids getting into the speaker grill. Anytime you have a speaker that's pointing up, I don't necessarily know if engineering wise it's a really good idea. I mean, I get it as far as hearing the sound, but I could definitely see dust and possibly even moisture getting in there. So it's just another reason you want to keep drinks away from your MPC. But you know, with something that's portable, especially if you're going to be using it in a club or performance atmosphere, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't really seem conducive for that kind of thing. I can see DJs on stage, you know, drinking their water bottle and, you know, drinks that the bartenders bring up to them and possibly spilling it in there. I don't know. Kind of weird, but I guess it's kind of groundbreaking as far as MPCs go. As far as I know, there haven't been any MPCs with the speaker built in, so I guess they're innovating in one way or another. But I'm interested to hear what you guys think of it. Make sure you leave your comments on what you think about the speaker, if you think it's cool or not. A lot of you guys let me know in the last one that you're going to be keeping your live ones, which I think is a good idea because the speaker's not really adding a ton of functionality. And as you can see, there's really only a few more buttons. I don't really think it's really necessary for the workflow, especially if you're using the pad shortcuts. So this is just a quick update video. I just wanted to let you guys know. I'm going to get back to my normal videos coming up. I hope you guys don't think I'm just going to be doing MPC news going forward, but I do like to check in on the new products, and you guys have really been interested in the videos showing the new products, so I just wanted to make sure we get the news out to the community, kind of show everybody what's going on with the new ones. But yeah, the MPC Live Mark II is definitely around the corner. In the meantime, I appreciate y'all for stopping by the channel. I appreciate you guys' feedback. Let me know what you think about this one in the comments. All right, catch you on the next one. Peace.